From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
And breaking right now, the night cam on the scene of 2 house fires as firefighters try to battle the flames with low water pressure.
Macomb County Clerk Karen Spranger caught up in a new controversy.
Do you think you could be found in contempt of court for covering that up?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because they have no right to post that.
What she and a fellow county employee are caught doing on camera and why it could lead to more trouble.
And water emergency, a live look as crews work around the clock to repair the water main break that's now affecting more than 250,000 people in Oakland County. Good to have you with us tonight. The part needed to repair that busted 48-inch water main, we're told, is on its way.
In fact, it's scheduled to be here tomorrow, but in the meantime, 51,000 people across 12 communities in the county don't have any running water.
That means a mad dash to the store to get bottled water. Jermont Terry live tonight in Walled Lake, where the aisles at the stores are running dry. Jermont.
Yeah, they are, Devin. You know, and the warnings are also out along marquees throughout this community, letting people know what's going on. As you mentioned, 51,000 people without any water in their homes and apartments. And it seems like some businesses are even trying to capitalize on what people are trying to get their hands on. Businesses across Oakland County having a hard time keeping up with the demand.
Yeah, a lot of places around here are just out.
The moment the doors opened at the Freshway Market in Walled Lake, the rush started. Take a look. Store surveillance shows clerks ringing nothing up but water.
Oh, we were out of water by 11:30 in the morning.
Most people are boiling their water or dealing with this.
It just dribbles out of the faucet.
The demand is greater than the supply.
I was hoping people wouldn't be, you know, I've got water, but it's going to cost you to get.
Not the case at this mobile gas station at Maple and Decker in Walled Lake. They were selling a case of water for $19. That's right, $19.
I said, oh, bull.
That's what we thought, so I went inside to see how they could justify this price. I got the manager on the phone.
No, I don't see anything wrong because I bought the case $16. Do you see my sign over there, like $4.99?
It says $4.99 now, but the sign earlier clearly states it was $19. You're telling me it will cost $19 every day?
Yeah, if you buy every day the case, how much you want to sell it? You tell me.
I'm just asking what your normal price is.
Yeah.
Were you selling?
I told you. I told 16 ounce is different. This is 16. This is 20 ounce. It's a big difference.
Yeah, you're right. It is a big difference, especially when people are looking for water in this area, and you're selling it for $19 a case, whether it's 20 ounce or 24 in a pack. That's extremely high, sir.
He's trying to make a lot of money. That's just not right.
And clearly, customers were not buying that manager's excuse. Now, we should point out, as for the boiled water advisory, we're told that the pipes could get fixed maybe by tomorrow, but once they get everything in place, it's going to take another 48 hours to make sure the water is flowing properly in those pipes. So it looks like people will need to boil their water likely till Friday. Reporting live in Walled Lake tonight, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Yeah, that's how it looks right now, Jermont. Let's take a live look at the repairs as those go on. Crews working on the broken main at 14 Mile and Drake in Farmington Hills. That replacement pipe on its way from Illinois. Once that installed, the water has to be tested for 48 hours before the boil advisory can be lifted, before it can be safely used. So as Jermont just mentioned, that means the earliest we would see it lifted would be sometime around Friday evening.
Yeah, and it didn't take long for crooks to try to take advantage of the water emergency. Oakland County's Homeland Security says someone is posing as a representative from the Emergency Operations Center, calling places affected by the water main break and telling people to evacuate. The county says this person is a scammer. No evacuations have been ordered. And the water emergency is also affecting schools. We have a list of school closings and water distribution centers on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com.
All right, now to the breaking news from Detroit's west side, where a vacant house fire spreads to a neighbor's home and complicating efforts for firefighters. They've got low water pressure problems there. Tim Pamplin on the scene with the night cam. Tim.
Fire breaking out in this two-family flat, Linwood and Fullerton, Detroit's west side. I'm being told a homeless man was seeking shelter in this home. Neighbors believe he may still be inside. Now, the home next door is occupied. In fact, the homeowner is right there. He's going in to salvage what he can because this fire is spreading. Now, those blasts of the horn, that's to tell the firefighters inside to get out. Now, water pressure has been a big issue here. You see that hose there is all but dried up. They're waiting to get the water pressure situated here before they put the ladder up. But again, firefighters coming out. We will hope that homeless man is not inside here and that this fire does not in fact spread any further to that neighboring house. But they are running the lines, trying to get the pressure up here to contain this fire. That is the scene on the west side right now with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
And the winds not helping firefighters at all. In fact, some of those gusts up to 30 miles an hour right now, and that's in the city. 29 miles per hour there at City Airport, close to it out at Metro as well. Earlier today, some of those gusts got near 50 miles an hour. So you factor in the fact that we saw showers and the cool temperatures, and it did not feel good. We still have the rain going out there. We'll talk about how that's going to impact your morning commute in just a few minutes. Kim?
And the Macomb County Clerk at the center of another controversy tonight. This time it appears Karen Spranger is violating a court order, and it's all caught on camera. Jason Colthorpe is live at her office in Mount Clemens. Jason, which court order are we talking about here?
Kim, this one comes from last month's written ruling that stated she violated the Unfair Labor Relations Act. Out of that came 3 recommended orders, and one of them being that there was to be a notice posted in the Tallmer building stating basically that she would obey the law and stop harassing her employees. Well, that notice was posted here, but pretty soon it was covered up and the culprits were caught on camera. The week of October 13th, this notice to Macomb County employees at the clerk's office was posted by the county locked in a glass case. At the bottom of the notice, it clearly states it must be posted for 30 days and not altered, defaced, or covered. But security video from October 13th shows Register of Deeds Jackie Ryan covering it up with a poster. Then 3 days later, with the notice back on display, Clerk Karen Spranger also covers it up with another poster.
It's not a finalized court case.
So you were covering it up because
No.
it's not finalized?
No, I did not cover it up because somebody who put it up there was not authorized to put it up there.
But I have video of you covering it up.
Spranger says the case isn't over because she's appealing the recommended order.
The court case is still pending.
Aren't you concerned that's violating a court order?
It's violating my rights.
So you don't think this is violating a court order?
No, it's not violating a court order.
They had no right to post that. And that's under lock and key by HR. That's exploitation of the county clerk.
When you approached HR, what did they say?
They refused to take it down.
What did they say? Why?
No explanation.
They didn't say why?
No.
They just said we're not taking it down.
No, and that is abuse of the county clerk right now.
Now, Spranger could face a contempt of court charge in all of this. I have confirmed she did file an exception or an appeal to that ruling on her own behalf. And I've also learned tonight she could be doing a lot more work representing herself, because we've learned the other union that represents employees here, AFSCME, has also filed an unfair labor relations allegation against Spranger, and we'll have to wait and see how that goes forward. Live in Mount Clemens tonight, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
An extraordinary story for a long time now. All right, Jason, and keeps getting more so. The teens charged in that deadly rock throwing incident along I-75 in Genesee County are being held tonight without bond. All 5 teens were arraigned on second-degree murder charges for the death of 32-year-old Kenneth White. They're all between the ages of 15 and 17, but all being treated in the court system as adults. All have pleaded not guilty. Nearly a year after losing the presidential election, Hillary Clinton made a stop in Michigan.
She brought her book tour to Hill Auditorium on the campus of U of M. Clinton talked about what led to her loss to President Trump, her life since the election, and how she continues fighting for women.
A gas station clerk saves the day while hiding in a freezer as the place is being robbed. How the robber was caught without ever seeing it coming in just a minute.
They swear to serve and protect, but this sheriff's deputy is accused of serving himself. And it's not just the crime, it's the victim that will have you shaking your head.
The books say connecting these blood vessels would be deadly, but doctors here in Detroit proved their critics wrong. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, how the pioneering procedure works.
Doing something that's never been done before when someone's life is on the line takes more than confidence.
You have to start by thinking outside the box. I mean, you could look at any textbook and nowhere would it say that this is safe and could be accomplished.
In good health, he's talking about a first-in-the-world procedure done here at Detroit at Henry Ford Hospital.
A new way for doctors to access the heart to perform life-saving procedures and potentially more. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here to show us how doctors are now doing something that no one thought could be done.
Here's a simple way to think of this. If every blood vessel was a road that you could use to travel around the body, then the aorta and the inferior vena cava would be superhighways traveling in opposite directions. Well, this new procedure temporarily connects these two superhighways, allowing doctors to cross all the lanes of traffic, cross the median, and then continue up on the other side against traffic. Sounds a little dangerous and a little crazy, right? Well, that's what makes this so cool.
The valve kept closing and closing, and then it closed down to 10%. That's when I really got in trouble, shortness of breath, retaining water.
Hugh Lesner's aortic valve was becoming dangerously obstructed. What did they say was going to happen if they didn't fix it?
Well, they told me I had 2 or 3 days.
Years ago, fixing an aortic valve meant open heart surgery, but in the past decade, a new advance called transcatheter aortic valve replacement, or TAVR, has emerged as a minimally invasive alternative. Really the best option for Hugh. There was a big problem, though.
His vessels on both sides were just simply not large enough.
Even if the artery is too small, like this straw, for example, the veins are bigger and they would allow you to get the large device into the circulation. Of course, the problem is following the vein leads you to the wrong side of the heart. And that's where thinking outside of the box comes in. Keep in mind, this is being done from inside the body, no surgery. So if something went wrong, the patient could die quickly. When I first heard about this, I thought it was pretty much crazy talk.
You and the rest of the world. The conventional wisdom was if you make a hole in the aorta, the patient is going to bleed to death quickly.
Fortunately, there was existing animal research to support the idea that connecting the vessels could be done safely. So they took the leap.
When we first did this procedure in July of 2013, and word got out that we had accomplished this, people could not believe it.
Here's how it works. Catheters are placed in the artery and vein in the groin. A wire is then run up the vein to a point where it's closest and safest to cross over to the aorta. At the same time, a wire with a loop, like a lasso, is placed in the aorta. When everything is lined up, the wire in the vein is electrified, allowing it to cut and burn through the wall of the vein into the aorta, where it's grabbed by the awaiting lasso in the aorta. Once this pathway is established, the necessary devices can safely pass from the vein into the artery and ultimately up into the heart. When they're done, the equipment is removed and the holes are closed from the inside with special plugs. Which brings us back to Hugh Lesner. He was the landmark 100th person to undergo the procedure at Henry Ford Hospital.
Oh, I felt the difference of night and day. I couldn't do it. I could hardly get upstairs. I could go 2 steps and I had to stop. Now I can go up the stairs with no problem.
I go to sleep at night knowing that there are people who got benefit from the valve replacement who would never have gotten their new valve had it not been for this thinking.
Now, this technique is gaining wider acceptance, and the real breakthrough here is that it can be applied to other problems. Now that they've introduced the possibility of crossing into adjacent vessels or from veins to arteries, it opens up countless other possibilities in other parts of the body as well. Back to you.
You know, if you're the person who's been helped by this procedure, you don't care where it was developed.
Exactly.
But for the rest of it, it's a great feather in the cap of the region, isn't it? Yeah. Here's what Coco McAvoy's working on for tomorrow night.
When you hear the word gang, it's normally a negative thing. But not this gang.
Come on now, here we go.
This gang is helping thousands of children become leaders.
There's bad gangs out there that are corrupting the lives of children, but we wanted to show them they can be a part of the Good News Gang.
The Good News Gang helps kids in the city of Detroit who would oftentimes have nowhere to go.
It's vital that we go out and rescue them and bring them in on our buses so that they can have a chance.
A chance to learn, a chance to forget their troubles, a chance to dance. We'll introduce you to the Good News Gang tomorrow at 11.
All right, Ben's turn now. It's been autumn for about a month, but it really felt like it started today.
I know, and we've really been fortunate, so you can't really complain, but it is a shock to the system.
It is. I mean, it's almost November, for goodness sake, and we have been living on borrowed time, as some of the trees will tell you, because the leaves are still up. But as you look at tomorrow morning in the commute, it is going to be noticeably autumnal out there with temperatures in the 40s. Breezy, we'll have a couple showers around. So again, this is going to be one of those starts that you're just going to want to move on, and we'll look towards the weekend. Hopefully better things will come. We still have rain out there as we see more moisture pushing in. The good news is this stuff is fairly light. It's almost nuisance rain that's out there. There's a couple little pockets where those have become, showers have become a little bit more moderate. But you look at the totals that we've seen over the last 48 hours, and very few of us have picked up 1 inch. In fact, you really got to go out here to our far west zone, Fowlerville, just on the other side of Howell up towards Mount Morris. And of course, those numbers really go up as you get into West Michigan. Estimates, radar estimates of almost, well, over 5 inches of rain south of Traverse City, and that's over the last 48 hours. At least we're not dealing with this. Look what's going on up there to the east of Traverse City. They're starting to get snow in there in the northern part of lower Michigan, and they've been seeing it all day in the UP, enough to cover the ground in some spots. 44 is where we're at right now. 28-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Of course, those have come down a little bit. We'll see the wind subside, but it's still going to be breezy when we start out tomorrow morning. So we've got the cool air on top of us, and the morning commute's probably going to feature a shower here and there. It's going to be tough to rule out, but nothing compared to like what we saw today. And then things gradually get drier as we get into Wednesday night. But watch what happens as those clouds clear out. Thursday morning as we head towards sunrise, that's going to be our coldest start of the season, with some spots actually below freezing on Thursday morning. And then we get a little bit of a tease, mild temperatures as we get towards Thursday afternoon and Friday, just enough that Mother Nature's going to slam the door shut on us with more cold air going into the weekend. 43 tonight. Scattered showers is what we'll call it, but gradually we'll see this rain start to lighten up overnight. Southwest winds still 10 to 20. Here are the high temperatures tomorrow, and notice there are going to be very few of us that actually see 50-degree numbers. City of Detroit may be one of those spots in downriver, but our south zone almost exclusively 40-degree temperatures, barely 50 here in Carlton and Monroe. All 40s when you get to the west zone. Upper 40s is what we're expecting in the afternoon from Ann Arbor to Flint, and in our north zone, mid to upper 40s north of M59 here. So other than St. Clair maybe eking out 50, it is going to be chilly all around. Then we go to those sub-freezing numbers for some of us on Thursday morning. Temperatures bounce back, and we get into the 30s again as we head towards next week. And we've got to watch that Monday precipitation, because you see that 35 in the morning. If we start seeing those raindrops fall on that temperature, could be a couple flakes mixed in with that as well.
Into Halloween. And speaking of,
that's right. Our Halloween house hunt tonight takes us to Bellevue Street in Mount Clemens. There is another electric bill. This is starting to rival Christmas.
Yeah, it really is.
But
That's cute.
Oh, look at that.
That's cool and well shot. Nice. Well, a police officer caught. He's not on a case. He's robbing a dead man's house. A closer look at how he got in.
And calls from the chaos.
We have an active shooter. That's all I'm being told.
911 calls reveal confusion after a worker pulls a gun at the Ford Woodhaven stamping plant. Next.
Don't wait.
We're hearing the 911 calls. Made the morning a worker pulled a gun inside the Ford Woodhaven stamping plant. Other employees were told to run when Jacoby Hennings produced the weapon. Many of them called 911 but still didn't know what exactly was happening.
The Woodhaven stamping plant, we may have an employee with a firearm.
We have an active shooter. That's all I'm being told. We have an active shooter, and then no shots have been fired.
We just were confirmed that we have somebody in the facility with a weapon.
In the end, of course, Hennings ended up taking his own life.
Roseville police are looking for this man who broke into a gun shop. He got in through the roof of Peter's gun shop, grabbed as many weapons as he could, and took off. Anyone with information should call Roseville police.
Less than 24 hours from now, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan and the Challenger State Senator Coleman Young II will face off in our studios. You can watch what is scheduled to be their only televised debate tomorrow night at 8 live here on Local 4. This is no ordinary burglary. That is a police officer in uniform breaking into a house near Palm Beach, Florida. The homeowner was an elderly man who ended up in the hospital and then died after falling during Hurricane Irma. Well, the officer allegedly heard the garage door entry code over the radio when other officers responded, and later, knowing the man wasn't home, broke in and stole money, jewelry, and prescription medications.
Talk about a horrible first day on the job. A gas station clerk was working his first shift when a robber walked into the store near Tampa with a knife. The worker emptied the register, then ran and locked himself in a freezer, posted about it on Facebook and called police. Police arrived and surrounded the store, all while the robber was still inside. When he walked out, police were there to greet him and, of course, arrest him.